It's Griot, let's go.
It doesn't snow in Florida, can't even touch the border. I'll be damned if I drown inside of this hot water. Check every bruise and feeling, I'm touching every ceiling. Make major moves and killing, invest in bold predictions. I see the hate intention, yet I rebuke the masses. Uplift the poor, the bastards, widows and hungry classes. Paint through my tinted glasses, you hear the lightning clashing. Now it is time for action, now it is time for action. Little satisfaction to ease the tension that's rising. Deeply rooted hate programming that we can't escape. Spray it in our face, but you ain't taste the mace. It's trapped in violence, hard to figure out what's inside us. I'm trying to move forward and carry on the torch. Marching for conviction, kneeling just to send a message. It's hard nowadays, but they gon' get it. If not, then yo in 2020, yo, we with it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Griot. Welcome back to Griot's Word in 2021. Coming straight to y'all, straight off the press. We all saw what happened at the Capitol this week with the terrorist attack. Yes, I said it, terrorist attack by the Trumpians and the Trump cult. We are not going to sugarcoat this. We're going to keep it what it is. We're going to keep it what it is for what it is. Like, it wasn't Antifa. It wasn't any other group. This was a group of individuals that rallied behind Trump, his supporters, that were upset because they lost the election. Now, I've said this plenty of times before. Just because you lose doesn't mean you get what your way when you cry about it. You lost. Should have just went home. With that being said, I'm sorry. I don't feel any type of remorse for anybody that was there. In the news, they said they keep saying, "Oh, this veteran died fighting for her rights." No. This veteran who, because she was a veteran, should have known better than doing what she was doing. She died. She got shot and killed because she decided to commit a terrorist act. We're going to speak on it for what it is. Right here, I have a political quote. And if you watch the video and you see what's going on, there were police officers taking selfies inside of the Capitol with the individuals that raided it. There were also police officers that opened up gates and let them in. So what does that say about the police officers in Washington, D.C.? It doesn't speak for all of them. Police officer lost his life. Rest in peace. It does not speak for all of them. But it does speak volumes to the fact that clearly there are police officers that felt the way that they felt. And I'm sorry. We've been saying that for years and nobody wanted to listen. This act does not surprise me. I want to make that very clear. This did not surprise me in the least bit. The fact that they had the unmitigated gall to do it and actually went and did it, that's crazy. But it's not surprising that they would do something like this. Whenever you see it all the time with the Karens, whenever they don't get their way, what they do? Lash out, blame everybody else. They had rallies weeks prior. I know of one specific rally that took place on Monday before Wednesday, that Monday right before Wednesday, where they said, if Congress does not change the votes, we are going to start a civil war. We are going to march on Capitol Hill. They said that. And then when they did it, they tried to pull their hand back, and now they want to be woe is me. No, keep that same energy. You said that. You said that at your rally. You had preachers talking about how God was going to strike down Democrats and lead y'all to the promised land and give you freedom. I still don't understand when you've been oppressed. I know when black people have been oppressed. I know when we march, there was security everywhere. That was never going to happen. There would never be a time and place where they would make that a ability or give us the ability to have something like that happen. But y'all, we didn't think that they were actually going to go do it. We just thought that they were going to come here and protest peacefully. Nope. Y'all showed y'all legs. So, going back to the police officers, One current Metro DC police officer said in a public Facebook post that off-duty police officers and members of the military who were among the rioters flashed their badges and ID cards as they attempted to overrun the building. If these people can storm the Capitol building with no regard to punishment, you have to wonder how much they abuse their powers when they put on these uniforms, the officer wrote. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody that serves this country in any capacity, and when I say serves this country, you serve more than just you and people that look like you and people that benefit from the things that you benefit from. When you put on your uniform, you're serving the United States, which is a melting pot made up of so many different people, so many different backgrounds, so many different races, so many different religions. You serve all of those people, not just you. If I see anybody in the military in these videos, I'm going to make sure you turned in. I'm sorry. I saw on the news they said a couple people lost their jobs because their job saw them, their company saw them and then they decided to fire them, which is rightfully so. But that's not enough. Names need to be turned into the FBI and these 3-letter agencies. These agencies need to take ownership and accountability for what happened because it should have never been able to happen in the first place. And those individuals need to be held to the highest standards of the law. We have people in jail for dime bags, years. And they committed treason and insurrection. They need to be held accountable, held to the fire. I said something earlier to a friend, and he made me think about it. What I think should have happened, because I know it would have happened to us, had we marched on the Capitol, we would have got gunned down. It would have been bodies everywhere. It's the truth. It's the fact. There's clearly a difference in the way people handle things, depending on what your color is. And we saw the biggest depiction of white privilege on Wednesday. As black people, we are very forgiving. We have been for a very long time. And I'm not saying that everyone should have got gunned down. But I'm saying that everyone that was there, because a lot of them didn't even have face masks on. A lot of them was blatantly showing their faces. It's not hard to find these people. They need to be held accountable for their actions. That's all I'm asking for. A part of me wants to say some other things, but I'm not going to go there because that's not who I am. I had to pray on it just because of the simple fact that I had the thought. But they need to be held accountable. As I digress, though, and I calm down a little bit, let's talk about the biggest problem with this whole entire situation. Elected officials and elected leaders over years gave Trump the ability to say what he wanted to say and do what he wanted to do for the longest time. Ted Cruz, Donald Trump talked about his wife. What Ted Cruz do? Cower and then still follow every single rule that man put out there. That man said he could go on a Fifth Ave and then shoot somebody in the street and nothing would happen to him. The simple fact that is a quote from a sitting president is a problem. Lindsey Graham, when they convened the counting of the electoral votes, Lindsey Graham came out and said, "I'm one person that I think everyone needs to hear it from. Donald Trump lost." And he did a complete 360 or 180. This is my problem with it. You only did it after the fact people died. You only did it after the fact there was an insurrection. You waited to the last possible moment where you knew your neck was on the line and then you decided to change. That speaks volumes to a person's integrity. Because the whole entire time that this man has been doing things, we can go on and on about the last 4 years. But every time something was said or done, oh, that's just him being him. This is why morality and standards are important in leadership. No one should just get waved off if they say or they do something wrong. They need to be held accountable immediately so it doesn't happen again. But no, it got to this point. The darkest moment in American history to date today. Of the present America that we live in. So, I know everyone's yelling, "Oh well, Trump, he's probably going to get away with it." I'm praying for. This is the moment that the new administration needs to really take advantage of, in my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody else but myself, but you say that the Justice Department is going to change. Let's see a change now. Let's see all those times that Congress, oh, we're tough on crime. Okay. Biggest crime in America right now? I want to see y'all be tough on that. Hold them to the fire. Anybody that was a part of it. You already know who all got them riled up to do it. They called on him to do it. You already know who backed him to give him the power to do it and told him that, oh yeah, you right, this is what we're gonna do. All of them were a part of it. People died. It could have been way worse. Hold them to the standard. All right, y'all. Let me backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna get up off that. So I saw the video of the girl that tried to take the young boy's phone inside of the hotel. She just finally decided to speak out. She kept yelling, "Oh, I'm 22. You're a grown woman. You attacked that boy and his father. You acted hugely hysterical, and you should have just. It could have went way better if you just asked, "Hey, I lost my phone. I don't know if anyone took it. I'm just trying to find it." There's 100 ways you could approach that, but you decided to go to Karen route. And now that you have been outed on TV, you wanna play the sympathy card. Not from us. It's not gonna happen. Shouldn't have did it. And rightfully so, because you acted the way you acted. Guess what? Your face is all over social media. Sorry, not sorry. Get over it. That's where I'm at in 2021, y'all. Peacefulness. We can be peaceful. We can be cool, calm, collected. We can have decorum. We can do everything we've been doing and continue to do. But what we need to start doing is stop being so quick to turn the other cheek in 2021. I'm not saying go out here and slap nobody, punch nobody. But what I'm saying is sometimes you need to be stern. I don't know about everybody else, but in 2021, you can definitely expect that from me. Let people know what it is from the get-go. So I know everybody watching is all eyes on Congress and what's going on. I'm also a part of that. My eyes are on them too. So I really hope they decide to do the right thing. Shout out to Fox News for being who they are. Y'all were quick to make excuses for this type of behavior. Like always, I thought after the whole president election debacle, when he got mad at y'all, I thought y'all would actually start speaking some truth, but nope, y'all went right back to the far right propaganda. So it's all good. But y'all stay safe out there. 2021 is starting to look like 2020 in a lot of people's eyes. Remember, it's not the year, it's what you do and what you make it. Life is life. The year gonna be the year and time gonna be time, but it's what you do and what you do to change it. So I hope y'all doing something. Peace.